Hey everybody, and welcome back to Movies with Mia. If you're new to the channel, hi, I'm Mia Tiffany, and here we are watching the greatest classic films throughout history. Today, we are back on the case with Dr. Watson and Sherlock Holmes. First things first, I'd like to shout out my Golden Oscar patrons. Guys, thank you so much for your continued support of the channel. And really quick, I'm actually posting a very special Christmas reaction to my Patreon, available to all patrons. We are going to be celebrating Christmas by watching White Christmas. I am so excited to watch it. So if you want to join in on that exciting reaction, then I highly encourage you to check out that Patreon link, which is in the description box below. Today we are watching the 7th episode in the Granada television series, The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, titled The Blue Carbuncle. But before we get into that, I wanted to share with you all a little bit about a real-life murder case that Sir Arthur Conan Doyle played a part in. Which sounds like he's the one who murdered someone. It sounded better like writing it, but saying it sounds really heinous. I don't know why. In 1909, a man by the name of Oscar Slater was convicted of the murder of 83-year-old Marion Gilchrist. Gilchrist was found beaten to death by her maid, who had only left her for about 10 minutes. Many notable and influential people, including Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, felt that Slater was wrongfully convicted of the crime. After the conviction in 1912, Conan Doyle wrote a plea titled The Case of Oscar Slater to the courts, asking for full pardon of Slater. Slater would later be acquitted of all charges in 1927, and though Conan Doyle's plea was not the sole reason why he was acquitted, he still played a small part in the successful acquittal of Oscar Slater. With that being said, this is my first time watching The Blue Carbuncle, but before we get into it, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification to stay in the loop. Alright everyone, it is time to grab your snacks, grab your drinks, and let's get into The Blue Carbuncle. Ooh, that's so loud. I should just whistle the whole entire intro. I'm sure people would love that. And then we get a little glimpse of the silhouette of Jeremy Brett. Ooh, a shimmery diamond. Oh, somebody just killed for the rock. Oh man. It was such a ridiculously dramatic death. He's like, oh! Like, come on, bro. Oh, this is like the story of the diamond. So people have killed for this diamond. Wow. So this jewel has had some history to it, kind of like the curse of the blue sapphire. Oh. Thanks. My God, she's back. Oh, we're having some action happening. Oh, they were having some fun times, these workers.
Come on, Ryder, get a move on.
Look lively. All right, get a move on. Yeah, all right, I finished, don't worry. Yeah, nice.
Get out. Come on. Get out. It's Christmas. What a fantastic time to do this episode, because we're nearing Christmas. It's perfect. Oh, she looks very pleasant and friendly.
All right.
That's kind of sweet, actually. I love how innocent it looked, too. Like, they were just making out. There's nothing, like, egregious happening.
Over there will do. Here, for the three of you.
And a Merry Christmas, the lady.
Merry Christmas to you too, sir. On behalf of her, because clearly she didn't say it to you.
I need something to sustain me.
Yes, my lady.
And then a bath.
Definitely get the sense that she is a no-nonsense Nancy. She takes nothing from no one. Oh! What is it?
Lady?
Blue Carbuncle!
Stolen. Who could ever steal the Blue Carbuncle? Clearly someone would. I mean, people have killed for it, so, you know.
It's beautiful. But can we afford it, though?
It's Christmas. I made a nice little bob or two.
You're a good man, John Horner.
Wife and kids like I've got means as good as a king.
Oh, that's the guy that was working on her chimney, huh? That's really sweet.
Spending the loot already, are we?
I've done nothing. What do you mean?
I hereby arrest you of stealing the blue carbuncle.
I didn't do it, I tell you. I didn't do it.
Constable!
I didn't do it.
They're gonna blame it on the guy with the chimney because remember he was like looking at the silver. Oh boy, that's rough. Right in front of his wife too. That's gotta be rough.
Mr. Holmes! Mr. Peterson, the commissionaire from opposite. Word with you.
Away.
I didn't know Sherlock slept. I didn't think he ever slept. I've never seen him in bed before. He's always clean cut. Oh my god, look at him. He looks so great.
I'm sorry to disturb you, Mr. Holmes.
It's freaking side bangs.
It's a fine purchase. I myself favor a goose for Christmas dinner.
Oh my god, I can't wait to see freaking Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson during Christmas, okay? Literally my two favorite things in the world. Christmas and freaking Sherlock Holmes.
The bird is not mine.
Oh?
Last night,
The person who owns the goose. This is rather strange. Oh my goodness.
boy!
Blimey, it's a copper.
Oh, they stole all that from him. I thought they were like, they knew him and they were like dancing with him. I don't know.
I'm trying to help you, man! I tried to stop him, but he no doubt thought I was about to apprehend him for the window.
He's, I'm trying to help you. Why are you running away? Ooh, he must be guilty. He must know or have something that we don't know about yet.
I suggest that you carry off this goose while I retain the hat of the unknown gentleman who has lost his Christmas dinner. This bird should be prepared without delay.
Very good, sir.
I wonder how he connects with the blue carbuncle, though. I'm not seeing the connection quite yet.
You
The
still
hat.
haven't found the jewel.
There is very little honor amongst thieves, even less with the right inducement.
Do you mean a reward?
She's like, why would I give a reward? I just want my jewel back.
The offer of a reward would gain a result within 24 hours.
How much?
The Countess is offering £1,000 for the blue carbuncle.
£1,000. I think whoever stole this is a little bit more clever than a simple reward.
Inspector Bradstreet has arrested Mr. John Horner, who showed signs of intense emotion, protested his innocence in the strongest terms, and was carried from the court.
So clearly it couldn't have been him. He seems super remorseful about it. Or not remorseful, but like, you know, clearly innocent if he's showing emotion.
I am interrupting your study of that hat. I suppose that thing has some deadly story linked to it, and the punishment of some crime.
I love when he laughs. Oh my god, I love Jeremy Brett so much. I swear, he's like porcelain. His skin is perfect. God, what a man.
So what do you gather from that battered old felt?
What do you yourself gather?
Well, apart from the initials inside, presumably Henry Baker,
Yes.
I can see nothing.
I love when he lets Watson, like, figure out the clue.
The decline in his fortunes seems to indicate an evil influence. Drink. His wife has ceased to love him. It is also improbable that he has gas in his house.
How did he get all of that from a hat? Jeez. That is amazing.
Well, now you are certainly joking. For example, how do you deduce that the man is intellectual?
A man with so large a head must have something in it.
Sometimes, like, I'll look at, like, an item or an object, and I'll try to, like, make deductions based off of, like, the things that I see. Obviously, I'm never as good as Sherlock Holmes, but it's something that I do, like, when I'm, like, by myself, just randomly.
His wife. You said she had ceased to love him.
When I see a man with a week's accumulation of dust upon his hat, he has been unfortunate enough to lose his wife's affection.
Just by way of, like, looking at the specks of dust, he knows, like, the wife is not in love with him anymore. It's fascinating.
Mr. Holmes, the goose.
Well, what of it, man? Has it come back to life?
See what the wife found in its crop.
Oh my gosh. It is the blue carbuncle.
The blue carbuncle.
Okay, now I'm curious. Where did he get the goose? How did the goose get the blue carbuncle?
So now we must find this gentleman and ascertain what part he had to play in this little mystery. What will you do with the stone?
I shall keep it.
Why? Like, keep it, like, not gonna give it back, keep it? Or maybe just for the investigation?
Well, Horner, tell me what you did with it.
I've been on the straight for years, ever since I married Jenny.
You might never see your pretty wife again.
Wow, that's rough. I feel like that's intimidation by a police officer. Sir, he doesn't have the jewel.
It was found in the banks of the Amoy River. This stone is not yet 20 years old. So pretty a toy could be a purveyor to the gallows and the prison.
I really don't understand this, like, the reason why you'd want to kill for essentially a stone. Like, it really isn't that serious.
Mr. Henry Baker, I believe. Do sit down. Is that your hat?
Oh, yes.
About your bird. We were compelled to eat it.
Eat it.
I wonder what he's like rosy here? Is it just because it's like cold outside?
We have another goose. It is about the same weight. Of course, we have kept the feathers crop of your own bird, if you so wish. I shall confine my attentions to the bird upon your sideboard.
So now we know that it wasn't Mr. Baker here who was concealing the blue carbuncle in the goose crop.
I would be interested to know where the other bird came from.
The Goose Club. That day, sir, I had a little business to attend to before calling in at the Alpha Public House.
Oh, here's another random fact about myself. So I didn't know that a pub was short for a public house, because here in America, we don't call them pubs. We call them bars. So that's totally random, and I probably look super stupid. But yeah, that the more you know, right?
This year, Mr. Windigate had instigated a goose club. We were to receive a bird at Christmas. Magnificent specimen indeed, landlord, eh?
I love that this is Christmas. Oh, it's so cool.
I owe you one last payment of 8 pennies, eh?
Struck it rich, have we, Mr. Baker?
Sold some of my books.
Not your books.
We must not deprive those we love.
He wanted to do something nice for his wife. Once you really meet the character, you really start to empathize with him, you know, apart from the deductions that Sherlock made.
My hat came off in the scuffle.
Well, all's well that ends well.
My compliments of the season to you, sir.
And to you too, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, can always count on Watson to pick up for the emotional disconnect.
Well, then so much Mr. Henry Baker. He obviously knows nothing of the matter. We will follow up this clue while it is still hot.
Good evening, gentlemen. And what shall be your pleasure?
Oh, here we go, on location. Now figure out where this freaking blue carbuncle came from.
Your beer should be excellent if it is as good as your geese.
Them's not our geese. I got them 24 from a salesman, name of Breckenridge.
Now, for Mr. Breckenridge.
Oh, we're literally hot on the tail of whoever this robber is.
Please.
How can I with what the police are saying?
I promise when I married you, I'd never tell you a lie.
Very meaningful, tender. Her husband has been wrongfully convicted of a crime he did not commit, which actually works with our historical background.
Sold out of geese, I see. Very good geese, too. Where, may I ask, did you get them?
Now then, mister, what exactly are you driving at?
I simply want to know who sold you the geese.
What? Just tell me. I'm not going to steal them from you. It's like following the line backwards of where this geese came from.
I'm not telling you.
The bet's off.
What bet?
Fiver with my friend here that the bird is country bred, right, Watson?
What?
Huh? Play along, Watson. Play along, honey. I just freaking love David Burke so much.
It's town bred.
I don't believe you.
Now you read out that third name down to me.
Mrs. Oakshott, Egan, poultry supplier, sold to the Alpha Public House.
Literally got him to talk by playing on his weakness, gambling. Guess you got to pay up, Holmes.
What about this gentleman's fiver?
You better give me the fiver too.
Well done, Holmes.
Listen, I've told you before, clear off!
Hold on. There's more to this story. Look how freaking happy and content Watson looks.
Mrs. Oakshott told me.
Did I buy the geese off you?
No, but one of them was mine.
Well, you go and ask Mrs. Oakshott for it.
This may save us a trip to Brixton.
I do love how we're kind of following the string backwards. You know, like by way of the goose. We're really going backwards in this story.
I could not help overhearing the conversation you had. I think I can be of assistance to you in this matter. I suggest we carry on this conversation in rather more comfort.
Like a spider hath trapped to fly. Okay, now we're gonna see who this Oakshott is.
I think we should know the name of the gentleman whom we have the pleasure of assisting.
John Robinson.
Your real name. It is so awkward doing business with an alias.
Real name's Ryder. James Ryder.
Oh, that's the guy that was making out with a maid in the beginning, right? I love how he knew that he was putting on an alias, a fake name.
And I suppose you would like to know what happened to the one goose in particular. It came here. It laid an egg. The bonniest, brightest little blue egg.
Uh-oh. Uh-huh. I have what you're looking for, buddy. I got your shiny blue stone.
I have it. Yeah.
Oh, he pulled it out of the flames.
The game's up, Ryder. What a wretched little shrimp it is, to be sure.
So he wrongfully accused the plumber, even though he's the frickin' dude that stole the blue carbuncle. What a tool!
Catherine Cusack put me up to it.
Who?
Her ladyship's maid.
You stole the jewel. Then had this unfortunate man arrested.
God's sake, Mr. Holmes, have mercy.
So they weren't doing unegregious things. They were doing very egregious things, in the beginning.
Get back into your chair. You thought little of the man that you sent to the dock for a crime of which he knew nothing.
I'll leave the country. Then the charge against him will all break down.
Wow, I really did not plan that historical background. I honestly looked up like amazing facts of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, and that one just like popped up completely unplanned. Totally stellar moment. Just wanted to put that out there.
How came the stone into the goose?
I thought it was best to get away with the stone. There was nowhere in the hotel where it would be safe. I made for my sister's house to think things over.
So the maid was the maid the puppet master, or was he the one that just decided to steal it after the maid told him about it?
I went through into the backyard where she kept the geese. I knew that my stomach wasn't going to stop till I found somewhere to hide the stone for a while. My sister had told me that I might have the pick of her geese for Christmas.
So he put it in the goose while the goose was still alive. I feel like that's kind of like, that's low, bro.
I picked out a fine big one with a grey head. Pushed the stone down its throat, and I thought all my troubles was over.
And what are the chances that that one goose that he chose was the goose that ended up on Sherlock's doorstep? Isn't that wild? Like, talk about freaking chance, bro.
Whatever are you doing with that bird, Jem?
Oh my gosh.
This feeling, which is the fattest, I'd rather have that one I was handling just now.
Well, now you don't know which bird you shoved the carbuncle into now. I love his accent. That's a Cockney accent.
Which one is it?
Grey-headed one in the middle.
Oh, very well.
We got a knife, and we opened it up. There was no sign of the
wasn't there.
stone. Where they all gone?
To the dealers.
Oh, that sucks so bad, bro. He shouldn't have stolen the freaking jewel in the first place. That's what he gets for freaking being a thief.
Was there another one which had a grey head?
I could never tell them apart, I couldn't.
I ran as hard as my feet would carry me, but he'd sold the lot. I thought I'd go mad.
People have literally like done heinous things for this jewel. And then there's also that story of when the jewel was shoved down a goose's throat and then like mistaken for another goose. Like, what a weird story to have amidst all those other heinous stories.
God help me.
I don't feel bad for him at all. You stole a jewel. What did you expect was going to happen?
Get hard.
He said that so calm. Get out. Watson's like, why did you let him go? Just like that.
I'm a little surprised.
I am not retained by the police! I may be saving a soul. Send him to jail now, you make him a jailbird for life.
Oh, interesting that he has that outlook on it. But what about the other man that's wrongfully convicted in jail? Oh my god, he still has Irene Adler's picture!
Midnight. Merry Christmas, Holmes.
Merry Christmas. Oh, is he not going to give it back?
I cannot eat while John Horner is still on remand.
You're quite right, Watson. Come, let's go.
Oh, they let him out. Oh, and the two kids get to see their dad for Christmas. That's really sweet. But what did they tell the police? I'm curious. That's so sweet. It's a Christmas miracle. Okay. This one was a very interesting episode because we didn't really see it get resolved, did we? We got the full story of what had happened, right? But the blue carbuncle was never returned to its owner. It was simply taken by Sherlock, and we don't really know what happened with it after that. And then also the culprit was let free. Very interesting, especially that last episode, or that outburst that Sherlock had about not giving the police, you know, not giving the police their misgivings. I think that's what he said, or something like that. Very interesting outlook on Sherlock's part. So very interesting that was the end of that. I absolutely loved the fact that this is grounded in, I was about to say Halloween, that this is grounded in Christmas. It's interesting to see kind of how Sherlock reacts in that environment, because I thought he was going to be like really indifferent to the holiday, but I forget a lot of times that he is still human and he does have emotions. He doesn't show them often, but they are there. So it was really cool to kind of see him in that. Yeah, this was a really interesting one, but I really liked it a lot. Thank you guys so much for watching it with me. Alright everyone, that does it for this video. As always, if you liked it as much as I did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you would like to become an official Tiffany Club member, please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification to stay in the loop. If you would like to see this episode's full reaction, you will find it on my Patreon, as well as our FlickPick polls, which allow you to vote for future videos, and our MWM live watch parties, where every other Saturday night at 6 p.m. Arizona time, we come together and we watch one classic film live via Zoom. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please head on over to that Patreon link, which is in the description box below. In our next video with Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson, we are going to be watching episode 8 titled The Copper Beaches, which sounds very interesting. I'm excited to get into that. If you would like your own copy of The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, I have provided links down in the description of where I bought my physical copy, so check that out. If you have a recommendation for any classic Hollywood films, head on over to my website, www.miatiffany.com. Scroll all the way down and you will find my recommendation form. If you're not quite sure of what I've reacted to on the channel, fear not. I do have a Letterboxd account under the handle @MammaMiaTiffany, and there you will find a list of all of the videos I've reacted to on the channel, as well as a link to where you can find the actual YouTube video. And I wanted to ask you guys to bear with me. I haven't put all of the links in those movies yet, but I am in the process of getting them all in there. So they will be in there at a coming date in the future. Just look out for that. And while you're on social media, why not follow me on Facebook and Twitter @MoviesWithMia, and on Instagram and TikTok @MoviesWithMia_. I am also available via email. My email is miawilliams642@gmail.com. Finally, guys, thank you so much for watching. This is such a pleasure. Please stay safe and healthy out there, and I'll see you, boo, in the next video. Bye, everyone. I don't know why I started it. It's just rolling. Roll credits, ladies and gentlemen. Roll credits. A little spicy with this turtleneck and sweater combo. It's cute, but it is not cool and breathable. It is very hot. But I shall suffer for the Chan. Today, we are back on the case with Dr. Watson and Sherlock Holmes. Today, we are watching the 7th episode. In 1909, a man by the name of Oscar Slater was convicted was of the murder for after the the murder convention. I don't know. Does that sound like something you'd want to go to? Not me. I'm sorry. My mom is playing the weirdest music downstairs. I don't know what she's listening to, and I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's like really weird, like chariot race and like a Greek epic music. I don't know why she's playing that. What is she listening to? Oh my gosh. I got it. Oh, I gotta put this in the video.